My goal is for you to have a business that you are proud of so you can have more freedom to live the life that you deserve. I have a $1.2 million a year business, and I have taught thousands of entrepreneurs just like you how to make more money online. I normally show you businesses that require you to have a lot of passion around it, but you can have a great business that is on autopilot with no work for the long run, with a little bit of setup. So in this video, I'm going to show you two really cool ways to do that. I'm doing them right now. And I'll also show you the tool that you need that's absolutely free to help you do this. This is great if you have a 9 to 5, or if you're busy, or if you just need extra money to fuel your dreams while you're making it. Okay, so do me a favor and leave a comment to let me know what you're working on. Tell me what your circumstances are. Do you have a 9 to 5? Do you work on a business? Are you a beginner? Let me know in the comments because I really want to get to know you, and I'll talk to you there in the comments. All right, so the number one thing that we're going to do, let me show you my screen, is there are two ways to do this. Okay, so the first is to get a Skool, Skool.com. Skool is a platform for memberships, but you can also use it a little bit as like your landing page for a product. And I have a lot of these. Most of them are like, look, this one has 27,000 members and it's very active. And I spend all day in these because it's so fun. But I also have one that's more passive. This is called Prop Shop in a Box. So what you could do is this costs $99 lifetime, okay, for the person to buy it. So you could have a $99 Skool that is not necessarily based on your passion, but based on a skill or something that you know about or are interested in. You give them a classroom that has certain things in it. This one's a little different because you copy and paste my prompts, but I have training here where I teach people how to use it. And then they come in and they can leave posts. And I've set up posts. You see, I made posts a few months ago that people still reply to. And they can start their own posts. But I only come in here a couple times a week. And I do have a moderator who comes in for more customer service. But it's very, very light. Okay. There's nothing on the calendar. I don't do live. And I just kind of keep it as a product-based thing. So what's really cool about this is if you go in the settings, Skool tells you where people came from. So direct, look, number 2 came from the Skool network itself, from their discovery page. So 383 people in the last 30 days came to it. Now, the conversion rate was pretty low. So the conversion rate was 1.3%, pretty low, but look how many signups. That's $500 or so that I didn't have to do anything to make happen. And I've had months where it's been as many as 30 transactions, which means 3,000 bucks just passively because Skool has this discovery section that gets 1 million views per day. People do search words. They're looking up prompts. Maybe mine comes up. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, look at this one. That's pretty cool. I think this is this is one of my, oh, this makes me so happy. This is one of my customers. This is one of my customers. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? So somehow they found me. They looked up perhaps my first name, or they looked up the word prompt. So you see, I have all of these. But what you could do is have yours based on something that is easy to describe, easy to build once. This took me maybe 1 or 2 weeks to build originally. I did a couple of videos, tutorials. I uploaded things really simple. And look, when you come to the classroom, you just push new course and you add stuff. Okay. So then I have another one. It's called List Builder Pro. This is another one that's very passive. And this has cost anywhere between 99 and 199. And it also, I do it as like a order bump on other things. So like you get this as a part of a bundle, but has 694 members. It's made me a lot of money. Look at the classroom. I just spent 1, 2, 3 weeks building it. I mean, I think the very first time I did this, I probably spent a weekend. I think it was a weekend because I have a video about it. It was like, a year and a half ago, but it was a weekend. And then I just added just a little bit to it. And not only that, but I have different links inside of the community that are my affiliate links for things that you need to build your email list. So I'm making more than just the money it costs to join. Okay. I'm going to tell you in a minute how to come up with the ideas for what yours could be. And I'm also going to show you a little bit about how to get customers to it. But you just build it. So I want you to have the idea. So that's one idea. The other idea is that you have a stand store and yet you have one product. Look, I have a bunch of products on my stand store. So stand.store. And then mine is /Arlan. But you can just have one product. And let's say yours costs $27. $27 is the perfect amount because it's the amount that people can pay without having to get a lot of convincing. It's like an impulse buy. So let's say you had one product and it was something that was, you made it one time. This is even simpler than the first idea, okay? You make it one time and then people buy it on repeat. And here's where the real money comes in. You have an order bump, meaning, let's see if we have one. Yes, see? I have one here. So one-time offer. Do you want my sales and conversion course for just $2.99? If somebody right now were to buy it, it'd be $27. If they say, yeah, I want that, they add it. And look, it's now $3.26. So you've really added something. So I would, for you, have something that's $27 normally, and then an order bump that's just $99. Or maybe at the most 149, 147. If you're going to say 27, then do the other one at a 7 that ends at a 7. If you're going to say 29, then make the other one end at 20 at 9. Okay. So look at all these that I have that are $99. I built them once. Now these are all like AI tools, so I do maintain them and I make sure that they work and there's a little bit more expense there and work. But yours could be something static that you made. It could be a little course that you filmed, a 30-minute course. I just bought this over the weekend. I bought a course. It cost $100 flat. It was a total of 30 or 40 minutes. It was just a replay of somebody's live session at the end of the day, but I didn't care because I got the information I needed. And then I paid another $100 for an order bump that they had. So they made $200 from like one video right to the page. And that brings me to how do you get customers? So I have two things for you. I have a tool for you that's free that's going to help you come up with the idea. And then I'm going to tell you right now how to get customers. Make sure you are subscribed and make sure you leave a comment below that says, lets me know. Say the code word GEM, G-E-M. That's my beverage brand. Say G-E-M if this has been helpful so far. Okay, so what we're going to do in this lazy girl summer is we're going to just make a few videos that are 8 to 10, 8 to 12 minutes long. And we're going to post them on YouTube, but we're not going to post them right away. We're going to schedule them to come out once per week. They're going to be very basic, helpful videos about one topic related to our offer. And it's going to be one part of that offer. And the way that you're going to get the video titles and the concepts is you're going to go to ChatGPT or Claude or even my authorityxpro.com product that I have. And you're going to just put in the words, what is the first step? What are the steps to doing XYZ? So let's say yours is about getting 100 people on your mailing list. You would say, what are the steps to getting 100 people on my mailing list? And then it's going to give you, and you say 10 steps. It's going to give you 10 steps. So those 10 steps could actually be the titles or the concepts for your videos. And you're going to make those videos 8 to 10 minutes long. You make sure that you trim it so that it starts right away and you get right into it. And you're going to post that. And then you're going to schedule them. And if you want even more ideas, you can say, okay, what are the 10 steps to the first step? What are the 10 steps to the second step? And then it'll get more granular and more interesting, and you can choose from them. But you're going to have 8 to 12 videos that are 8 to 12 minutes long, and they're scheduled to come out once per week on the same day at the same time. I would suggest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday at 8 a.m. your local time. And you just do it once per week scheduled because you just do this over a weekend, okay? And then you're going to have when you're talking on the video, you're going to say, look at the description below for a link. And you're going to put the link to your stand store or to your school. Very simple, just right there, nothing in between. And then you're going to have that. So you'll have that. If you want to do a little bit more work, you can put a couple things up on LinkedIn and on Instagram. If you want to do a little bit more work, you can do more videos. You can do shorts, different things like that. But I would recommend this long form YouTube to the description. Now, when you first start posting, you're not going to get a lot of views, if any. But if you are consistent and scheduling them makes it very consistent, then you will start to pick up views because YouTube will understand what your channel is about. So if you want more information about like how do I set up my YouTube, how do I do all the granular things, how do I set up my stand, how do I set up, you can go into Your First 5K, which is free. It's a free membership in the description, and you can learn there. But here is the free tool I'm going to link to. So this is just simply my $1,000 offer library. And what's cool about this is that it has 1,000 one-time offers anybody can sell. And you can search for keywords. Like if I said prompt, then it would bring up, let's see, it would bring up 3 or 5. So it would bring up a thumbnail feedback vault, prompts and criteria, an AI offering builder, right? It would bring up stuff. But if I didn't want to do it by keyword, I was like, I don't really know. And I just said, let's do one for careers. It has 40 different types of them. And this gives you the idea for the offer. So let's say you sold, like, let's apply that. You sold a $27 job interview prep intensive on Stan. And let's say what the prompt says. So the prompt says, prepare me for a job interview, da da da. And then you give like a target role because you're going to think about a role, include likely questions. So you would copy this prompt, put it into ChatGPT, put it into Claude, or put it into Authority X Pro. You might even put it into Lovable. And then you just paste it. And then it's going to come up with something that you can either put into a PDF, or you can put into some prompts, or you can put into like a page, like on Lovable. If you're familiar with Lovable, it's a little bit more advanced. But if you're familiar with it, just go to Lovable, paste in this, fill out the parts that are in brackets, and watch it create something for you. So I'll give you a great example. This tool right here, I could sell for $27 because it's 1,000 offer ideas. I'm making it free because I want to, but I could easily say, I post it here for $27. When you buy it, you get an email confirmation that just links to this. And then I could have 10 videos scheduled to go out that talk about, hey, do you want to know how to set up your offer? Or let's say, like, what are the questions? Hold on a second. I'll do it right now in real time. Give me a second. I wasn't planning on doing this, but let's see. I'll do it in real time, see what it's like. Okay, so then I'm using my Authority X Pro. This is my product. That's awesome. What are the 10 steps to a LinkedIn profile overhaul? And then I'll put that in quotes. And then it's going to take a little longer than a ChatGPT or Claude would because it is thinking based on my custom. But because it's like my companion, but it's going to help me. So yours, depending on like, do you use a free ChatGPT? You could do the same thing. It'll just give you some generic response, but those generic responses you could build into a video. So basically the idea is that you build it once, You spend 1 to maybe even a week, 1 or 2 days over a weekend, maybe even a week. And then you maintain it 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, a couple times a week. But it's very, very low maintenance. Okay, so this is going to be more intense than anything else that you do because Authority X Pro is very, very cool. But it says step one, the banner is your billboard. Like, can you imagine, like, your LinkedIn banner is your billboard as a YouTube title is fire. And then you just take this and you read it and you're like, okay, let me go ahead and just talk about this in my own voice. And then the headline is your pitch. Your LinkedIn headline is your pitch. The featured section is your VSL. Your LinkedIn featured section is like having a video sales letter. And if you didn't know what VSL meant, you could just copy it and say, what does this mean? So it's very, very simple. It doesn't have to be about your passion, and you can get started right away.